What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, It is your boy, Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion for you. Before we get into that, I need you to do a few things for me. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. I need you to sub to this channel, and the coolest thing ever, continue to tap in and let me know where you're watching from. Just be active in the comment section. That really helps the algorithms and help push things along. Listen, it's Father's Day weekend, and it's not too late. It's not too late. It'll be Saturday morning when you see this video, so you still have an opportunity. Yesterday, I did a little bit of shopping, not a lot. I got out and went to, I had to go to the doctor. So anytime I go to the doctor, I take advantage of going to a Burlington there in Huntsville, Alabama. And they were loaded with Latafa. Loaded with Latafa fragrances. They had several bottles of Fakar, which is a beautiful fragrance, beautiful presentation. Anyone that got that fragrance will be, I think, blown away by the presentation of the bottle and the smell of the fragrance. That's a good one. They had Assad bourbon. Oh man. Didn't see any nitros, but I haven't seen any nitros at that one. I've only seen nitro at Burlington one time, and that was in Jackson, Tennessee. Didn't see Hawass. I've only seen it once, and I did buy it the one time that I did see it. Trying to think of they had a couple of Christian Ronaldos, but they had a lot of Latafas. A lot of Latafas. I'm trying to think of what else. They had several of the Quid Al Fasans. Some Banana Republics. Just several different fragrances. They had a bottle I almost scooped up for my pops personally, and it was Chrome. I thought, you know what, I'll get my pops some Chrome. Price wasn't right. It was $30 for a 30 mil. And I'm just like, man, this is supposed to be a 330 mil of Chrome for $30. But for whatever reason, they had it priced a little high. To me, it was priced a little high. So I was just like, no, I'll pass on that. Trying to think of what else. Of course, they had a fleet of Nautical Voyage. I mean, get it, fleet. It ate, bruh. Tons of Nautical Voyage. I didn't go in any Ross's or any TJ Maxx or anything like that because I had an appointment to get back to. So I was just like, well, let me head down this highway. And it was raining, yada, yada, yada. Woo, woo. They had two more fragrances. And I have never seen either one of these fragrances before at TJ Maxx. At Burlington. I'm going to show you the box. This has got a sleeve to go with it, but the sleeve is not here with me at the moment. Kind of hard to get off. This one is heavily sought after. 1 second. Okay, we back. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, and as opposed to make you sit through it, I decided to just pause the video and start all over. Okay, this is probably one of Latafa's most sought after fragrances, and for good reason. The presentation on this is good. The scent profile on it is good. The bottle presentation is good. And this one is known as Terok Intense. Evidently, there was an original Terok. And yeah, I missed it. Oh, a fragrance that I put back that they had was the original 9 p.m. I came this close to buying it. I didn't buy it because I have Ram's Silver from Latafa, which is a Ultramall clone. So I didn't need the 9 p.m. It was $29. If it had been $19.99, I would have scooped it up anyway, but I understand perfectly why it was $29 and it was 100 mil. Any other situation, I would have gotten that fragrance if I didn't get Mr. Terok Intense right here. I probably would have gotten 9 p.m. anyway. I probably would have just been like, you know what, I'm just going to add it to Rebel and to 9 a.m. and been done with it. Okay, a little bit about this fragrance. You see the bottle, it is great. It feels great in hand, a lot of detail. Not a big fan of the snake, but I don't play around with symbolism. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't play that radio. I don't play that song on my radio. About this fragrance. As you see my hand, it is a well-made, well-crafted fragrance. Here's the problem that I run into with fragrances that have been really, really hyped and talked about a lot. Yet sometimes they're overhyped. Is this a good smelling fragrance? Yes. It is. Is it an amazing, just, oh my goodness, let me risk walking out across the street in traffic playing Frogger to get fragrance? No, it's not. I've heard some reviewers say that this is the best fragrance that Latafa makes. That would probably be either, in my opinion, that I've smelled, either Fakar or definitely Kamra Kawa. Those two are gonna be, to me, neck and neck. Now, is this a slouch? No. If it was, I wouldn't be telling you to pick it up for your father for Father's Day. It is very, very smooth. It is easily wearable, especially when you consider that it is a spicy, fruity fragrance. The longevity on it is pretty good because I did test it when I got home. It does lay around on your skin for a while. It's not a reach out and grab you type of fragrance. This is not one that's going to project beastly. To me, projection on this one is a little bit subpar off of my skin. Now, it does move through progressions. It is very well developed. You're gonna get the spices in the top, and then you're gonna get the mid, and you're gonna get the fruit. Excuse me, your boy's having some indigestion problems. That's why I had to pause a while ago, man. I apologize, y'all. But I guess that comes with getting older, doesn't it? But anyway, is it worth $34? That's subjective. It's hard to say. And I know you're probably going with Trey. You're recommending that we get it for Father's Day. I'm just telling you some options. Because if you hadn't got the gift at this point, then it's last minute. And I'm just telling you that this one is showing up at your local Burlingtons if you're interested. Is it a bad fragrance? No, not at all. Again, when you hear people talk about it and it's just over the moon about how good it is, and then when you get it, it's like, yeah, that's good, but to my nose, what I get is if you took Guess Noir and Guess Seductive Red and layered them, that's what you would get with this fragrance. You would get the spiciness from Guess Noir and the fruitiness from Guess Red. And that's what you get with this fragrance. Even the creaminess from the two is what you get. Now, I do think this one is a little better made than those two by just a small margin. But again, that is a beautiful, beautiful bottle. Not a fan of the snake, though. I'm not a fan of that. But I do like the bottle and the presentation. It is nice. Excuse me. I do like the bottle and the presentation. I think it's nice, but I guess I was just expecting more from the fragrance. Now, disclaimer, it does smell good. I just don't want you to get it thinking that is the absolute 100% best smelling fragrance that Latafa makes. That's just not the case, in my opinion. And I know there's a lot of people that watch these videos, that watch other reviewers, that'll come on here and be like, well, so-and-so said that it's the best, and fragrance smells are subjective. You are 100% correct. They are subjective. And the thing about this channel is, I told you, this here Harpo Jew joint. This is my channel. So on my channel, my opinion reigns supreme. I will take yours into effect, but mine reigns supreme. Good smelling fragrance. Not a great fragrance. If I'm being honest, I prefer Fakar and Kauai and the original Camera to this one, and it's not even close. It's not even close. It is a very well-made fragrance in the fact that it's very subtle and it sits close to your skin. I think that draws a lot of praise from some of the reviewers because it acts sort of like what you would expect a high quality niche fragrance to act like, a high perfume fragrance, in the way that it sits and settles on your skin. And I think that's why a lot of the guys are just blown away by it, because it's not loud, obnoxious, like you would expect from a $35 fragrance, with the notes that this has in it and some of the ingredients. Like I said, that peppery blast hits you in the face, but it's not an overwhelming peppery blast at any point. And then the fruitiness, comes in through the middle, right on top of that spicy peppery blast. It's a spicy peppery fragrance that you can wear. All right. But Terok Intense from Latafa. Another one from the house of Latafa. Hadn't heard a whole lot of talk on this one, but I'm gonna tell you, this one is different. This one I like. I really like this line. Again, I heard people hyping Vintage Radio up. Even one of my friends, Mr. Corbin Woods, messaged me telling me I had to get Vintage Radio, and I did. And it's okay. It's good, but it's not different. It just didn't blow me away. I thought it was a good fragrance. I wore it and wore it and wore it. It's okay. This one, very impressed with. And this one is Brioche Vanille. Brioche Vanille. Look at the box. Great presentation with this. Great presentation with this as well. Got the Zippo style. And then you pick it up, and the bottle. The attention to detail on these Latafa bottles. Did you ever think at any time we will be saying that about Latafa fragrances. And one of the things that I absolutely love is they put these little booklets in there, and then on the back of the booklets it's a little barcode that you can scan, and it tells you all of the Latafa fragrances that you can get. And I think all of these in these type of boxes and bottles are going to be very different and unique smelling fragrances, and this one is no different. I think Pops would really like that Terok, and it's the fact that it's a masculine, spicy fragrance with a little bit of fruit, but it is not at all too much, too loud, or in your face. Very smooth, very well made, very refined. Let me say that about it. Now, this Brioche Vanille. This is right up my alley because it's a gourmand and it is ultra different. This fragrance, I don't have anything in my collection to compare this to. I don't have anything. Let me say that out loud for the people in the back. I don't have anything in my collection to compare this to. I don't have anything in my collection like this. And my collection is pretty massive. So to smell something that I got from Burlington, no matter who made it, that I don't have anything that it resembles, it's just different, guys. Now what you're gonna get, what you're gonna get is toast. French toast being made, cinnamony, but not over the top cinnamony. But it definitely smells like toast and cinnamon, but it's done in a very elegant way. I love it. I love it. To me, in my humble opinion, this is a niche fragrance. Not niche quality, not niche style, but 100% niche. And yes, it is niche quality, but I don't mean it's trying to be niche. This right here is a niche fragrance. So I don't think Latafa does fashion, but we'll look at it and we'll look at the price of them and say, they're not niche because of the price. This right here, in Harpo Juke Joint, that is a niche fragrance, guys. And here's what aggravates me. If anybody other than Latafa put this fragrance out and charged you $150 to $200 for it, the talk about it would be non-stop. It would be non-stop. And they had several of these at my local Burlington. And I say local, it's an hour and a half away, but that's the closest one to me. So but I really like this fragrance. And when I tell you I don't have anything like it, I don't. I have gourmands. I have syrupy fragrance. I have sweet fragrances. I have several different kinds of gourmands. I don't have anything in my collection that smells like this. I just don't. And it just smells like a warm cinnamon toast. You're gonna get more toast than you are cinnamon. The cinnamon is there, but it's placed just right. It's not too loud. It's not obnoxious. It's not in your face. It is super, super nice. Super nice. I'm thoroughly impressed with this fragrance right here. In my book, in my opinion, this is 100% a niche fragrance for the price of $34 and some change is what I paid for it at Burlington. If you look on Amazon or places like that, I'm sure you can get it probably cheaper, probably in the 20s, probably mid 20s. I would imagine, excuse me, I would imagine if you looked on Mercari, you could probably get it fairly cheap, I would think. Because it's not going to be for everybody. Everybody's not going to understand the artistic side of this fragrance, and everybody's not going to rock with it because of that. But if you are a frag head and you're looking for something different, this is it. Now remember, I told you about Dubai Chocolate Odyssey. And if you pick that up, you picked up a banger. If you pick this up, you'll have to excuse me, and add it to your collection with that, you're gonna be running around here smelling pretty good. And again, everybody's not gonna like this fragrance, but I challenge you to step outside of your box and wear something different. And I honestly think Latafa's Brioche Vanille is that fragrance. And I'm sitting here trying to think of what JB Butters to pair that with. Spice Bomb maybe? Yeah, I said it, Spice Bomb, sent it because of the spices in it. I think would pair well with that cinnamon and French toast vibe. It would definitely pair well with the Terok Intense. And I like the middle to the dry down of the Terok better than I do the opening. To me, the opening is good, but the longer it sits on my skin, the more I like it because it starts to sweeten up. I'll tell you, it reminds me of another fragrance that I used to have way back in the day, man, probably before I got married and my ex-wife was just dating. And it was from, I think the name of the company was Black is Black. And they had those little bottles that looked like this and then just a little, and it was called Red Hot or Hot is Hot, and it was just a spicy red. Bro, I went through that bottle. I wore the dickens out of that thing. I emptied that bottle. One of the few bottles that I emptied in my life. And if you want to know a lot about me and my journey in fragcom or in fragrance, most of the time if I empty the bottle, it's pretty inexpensive. And I went through 2 bottles from that company. I went through one called Aqua, and then I went through that Black is Black Hot, I think is what it was called. I don't know. It was red and spicy. And this reminds me a little bit of that. And I guess that's why I'm not just blown away by the Terok Intense, because I've smelled things that smell similar to that before. And they were really, really cheap, $8, $9. Good fragrances. I haven't smelled anything like this. I haven't smelled anything like this. Now, I can't tell you it's going to be a crowd pleaser. I can't tell you it's going to be a compliment puller. As a matter of fact, I can probably tell you it's not going to be a mass appealing fragrance. Most people are not going to like this. The masses are not going to like this. But again, if you are a cologne guy, a frag head, and you're looking for something different, now some of you probably out there right now going, yeah, Trey, I don't think I want to smell like toast. Okay, well, fine. Well, I'm telling you, this joker right here is well made. I can feel that oil on my skin. I can feel it. I can feel that, bro. I can feel it. That's the oil concentration in it. I can feel that one too, though. I can feel, but that's part of the reason why I like Latafa's. Anyway, I've held you too long for 2 fragrances, but I was really just shocked by this one, and I just wanted you to know that you can get it at your local Burlington right now. So if it interests you, run down there and see if they got it, pick it up, and give it to your father for Father's Day, or give it to yourself for Father's Day, or your brother-in-law, whoever, you know, it's Father's Day. Whoever you sharing Father's Day love with, that's a good one, and I think they'll like it. All right, guys, that is all. I'm gonna jump off of here, edit this video, and try to get it up because it is the wee hours of the morning. But again, your boy's been dealing with some indigestion issues all night long, and I think we're finally over it, thank God. It's been rough. But anyway, listen, I love you all, and may God bless you all, and thank you for being the best part of this channel. Happy Father's Day weekend, and happy Father's Day. Peace.